Hi there, Aquarius, and welcome back to Bonico Tarot. I really appreciate your support coming back to my channel and checking out my readings. I'm going to have much more, but I first off also want to apologize for going completely MIA after the solar eclipse solstice experience. Yeah, I got taken completely offline. So I had to reconstruct my life from the ground up, but at the end of the day, I am really grateful. But yeah, it was kind of a pain. So at any rate, back on track, better than ever, and definitely getting things organized for many things and many plans that I have. But you know, with all these retrogrades going on, it's like moving through molasses, I tell you. Anyways, so Aquarius, what can I tell you about the current astrology right now? Well, there's a lot of stuff happening, but specifically for you, and this was, did you end up getting, yes, you did end up getting a solar eclipse reading. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there were no extendeds for anyone, just so you know. Basically, I think I was saying, you know, this should be a fairly chill cycle for you. You've probably had a lot of chaos in the little bit sort of leading up to this time. But right now, your focus was really mainly on your sixth house stuff, which is daily routines and health. So what did I say? Yeah, you're focusing on strengthening your health. There's new responsibilities that are being integrated into your day-to-day life. And Mercury retrograde in this same house is just going to continue to sort of reaffirm those themes. So, you know, you'll be reviewing new ways to approach your daily life and your job. So, you know, not a whole lot of drama, hopefully. And as I've said to everybody else, I'm doing the best I can to make these general readings. But, you know, I think everybody's got love on the brain. Because, you know, we've all been isolated. You know, maybe Aquarius has been lucky enough to be isolated with someone. Oh, who's got the passion? Aquarius has got the Ace of Wands. So that's your surrounding energies to your situation right now. Not a bad start. So, look at that. You're either traveling or you're moving to calmer waters generally in your life. What's been your obstacle? Ooh, Judgment card. So there could be a Scorpio around you, or your obstacle may be in making a decision. There's you being you, the Aquarius star card. So you've got a lot of hope for the future, you know, you're staying really positive. In the past, you've been tired though, you know, you, like I said, you've kind of, you know, you've just had Saturn sort of kicking your butt since the lockdown started, really. You're getting your sneak preview as to what it's going to feel like to have Saturn re-enter your sign come December, mid-December. And then Saturn will be with you for the next 2 years. When Saturn changes signs, it kind of hopscotches between the signs with the retrogrades. So it's going back into Capricorn July 1st. But if you've been feeling, you know, a certain change in the dynamics around any number of things, I'll probably get more into what Saturn in Aquarius means probably in the next couple of months, because as we come back to it, I'm also going to be drawing it around to more mundane events like the lockdown, because as Saturn moved out of Capricorn into Aquarius, that's when we saw the virus hit. So we may see the second wave hit in December. So be prepared for that. The actual date for when Saturn returns to Aquarius is going to be December 19th. And the other additional thing that Aquarius needs to have the heads up on is that Jupiter is now in Capricorn. It's retrograde currently and will be through until September. But when it goes direct in December, it'll then be moving into your sign as well. And the first time that I was ever conscious of Jupiter being in my sign, this was probably about 20 years ago. You know, Jupiter sort of on the superficial level is, the lucky planet. But it's also about expansion. And expansion is not always comfortable. Expansion, you know, I kind of felt for a big part of the time that Jupiter was in my sign, and I think that that's only for about a year. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, probably by the time, yes, because by the time we hit December of 2021, then that's when Jupiter is going to be moving into Pisces for a year. It's going to be moving back into Pisces in the sort of spring into summer, as it does its little hopscotch routine. So that'll be a Jupiter retrograde. You may feel kind of a constriction within your emotional life. So as well as there's definitely going to be, like I said, I felt like, or maybe I didn't say this, but I felt like I was like a helium balloon, and everything was tight because it was holding so much energy. So just kind of cautioning you around that too. What's crowning your reading here, as I get back to things, is family. You know, family is becoming super important this Cancer season. So Cancer season stresses things around the family, around the home. And I think that with the lockdown loosening up just a little bit, I think we're going to find, you know, celebrations with our families and whatnot. We also have in your short-term future, short-term outcome, you've got the Ace of Cups. Sorry about the light on that. I got to figure this out. There we go. So, with the Ace of Cups, this could be a new love situation, could be renewal of love. It also could be, you know, you learning how to integrate self-love in a more healthy way in your life. You are resting. Good for you, Aquarius, because that's exactly what you should be doing. Yeah, and everybody's all caught up in this quarantine thing and restricted. You know, maybe the people that you're normally used to associating with, you haven't been able to for a while. So, in your hopes and fears, you got the moon. So, let's just see here. Well, I don't see anything necessarily on the board for the moon for you just yet, but I will be putting out, we've got a full moon in Capricorn on July 5th, and then a new moon in Cancer. So same themes, you know, different energy, because it'll be a new moon. So theoretically, everything that we've been reviewing through the Mercury retrograde period, once we get to July 20th, which is, you know, just before Mercury goes direct, we've got you know, you'll be able to act on things, you know, and make, you know, new decisions based on what you've learned through the review period. So the very end is the King of Cups. So this could be you in a much better emotional place. You could be emotionally available. You also could have a water sign coming towards you, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So let's bring out these little guys and see if we can get a little bit more information on your story. So we start out with the Six of Swords. So we're moving to calmer waters or traveling, but there's a decision that needs to be made, or the decision that you're making is a bit of an obstacle. It's Mercury retrograde. If you're wanting to travel under these circumstances, let alone a Mercury retrograde, You know, you could be finding a lot of difficulty in that. So, like I said, let's get some clarity on that Six of Swords. How are we moving to calmer waters? Yeah, you could have something that has to do with work. You've got the Three of Pentacles. You could be working with people that are bringing you to a new place. Nine of Cups. That's a wish come true. You know, it's like maybe just the right job has landed and fallen in your lap. But you've got your defenses up about something, and that's, you know, with whatever this decision was, whatever the Judgment card represents, may have something to do with your family and the foundation. There may not be enough money for you to move the entire family. There may be a staggered sort of situation. Oh my God. But you are definitely you. Clarity, I mean, you're being as like double Aquarius, very much in your power. You're looking good too. You're looking pretty hot. It's like it's like your presence is filling every room you walk into. And you know, you may, you know, this is contributing to your self-esteem. You know, the dynamics of the past and your future are very, very different. And it seems to, you know, the bridge between those two dynamics seems to be family. So, yeah, there was some sort of heartbreak in the past that just had you exhausted. Yeah, you're done with that. Done with the heartbreak. You know, why not? I mean, and whatever you're doing is what's bringing the emotional fulfillment in your home. Wow. Okay. So we've got the chair, pardon me. Oh, just get that over with. Okay. So I'm thinking that you're definitely traveling. And you could be traveling with an Aries, or to see an Aries, or to see your father, or to have a meeting with some sort of a boss. And this could be around a new job. And it's going to provide for your family in ways that you haven't been able to before. Whole new beginning for you, materially and emotionally. Right here. There you go. So, you know, this is sort of the fresh palette, you know? That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like it's a fresh start. Super fresh. There's nothing cluttering the way. It's very fresh. And for you, as you rest, you're finding your thoughts drifting to old friendships, old partnerships, old friends, people who really know who you are, you know, because they've seen you grow. And then in your surrounding energies with the Eight of Swords, we've got the moon. So again, the moon could be a key situation for you. We've got a full moon in Capricorn, new moon in Cancer. I'm thinking it's the new moon in Cancer, where you may find yourself in quarantine. Because if you're traveling and you're changing your environment or you're returning somewhere, theoretically you're going to have to go into quarantine for about 2 weeks. So the moon could be signifying that. And you'll have an opportunity to reconnect with family, which is fantastic. I mean, you know, from a distance. You do have to quarantine all by yourself. But they can come visit you at the window. Why not, right? Okay, so the moon. King of Pentacles. Again, sort of a masculine leadership figure. Unless you're the masculine leadership figure, there's a lot of, mature, got the Emperor, the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands. There's a lot of solid masculine energy. So let's get a clarifier on the King of Cups. King of Cups, please. Okay, so you got the Hangman. So you may be going through an emotional metamorphosis that's going to be bringing you, we've got new beginning, possibly new beginning in self-love. You've got enlightenment happening along, and look who emerges, this really emotionally balanced and secure individual that is ready to seize the next chapter with passion. So Aquarius, I hope you found that helpful. If you found that this reading resonated with you, you can join me over at Patreon. The link is down below in the description box. I thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you again. Aquarius is larger than life, looking good, ready to go. And this is part of the seeds that you're planting when you emerge as the King of Cups. Because with the sorrow and the pain from the past, you may be feeling a little broken, and a little defensive, about